Before I get into what Kevin McCarthy had to say, I've got some good news, bad news to share about my channel. Hello, my name's Jennifer, and welcome to Sweet Home California. Well, the good news is that I have reached over 670 subscribers, and I've also apparently reached a milestone in that YouTube now feels it needs to shadow ban me. Yeah, so I was actually up to 689 this morning, and then shortly after I posted my first video, I checked and I was down to 671, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what did I do to offend so many people that they felt they needed to unsubscribe? But yet I didn't have any big increase in dislikes on anything. Well, come to find out, a friend of my husband's contacted him and said, hey, I've been watching your wife's channel, and I keep getting unsubscribed. And he had subscribed, a couple of times. So apparently, it's a real phenomenon that when I hear my favorite YouTuber saying, make sure you're subscribed, a lot of people have been unsubscribed, and now I'm part of that club. So I guess that's a good news sort of thing, that YouTube thinks I'm dangerous or something. So please make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure you get click on the notification bell too, and do something else too. At what I'm going to do as well is make a list offline of all the people that you like to follow, and that way, if you haven't heard from them every once in a while, you can go back and check. I've got so many people I'm following. It's really easy for someone to get lost in the through the cracks, and I realized after a while, hey, I haven't heard from them in a while, and then come to find out, yeah, I've been unsubscribed. Well, now people are being unsubscribed from me too, so please make sure you subscribe and share, get the word out. Apparently YouTube doesn't like conservative voices being heard, so help me out. I'd appreciate it. Okay, well, anyhow, back to what Kevin McCarthy had to say. He is my representative. I'm here in southern Kern County, and I'm not always a fan. He seems to be very much a rhino sometimes, and not much of a spine in standing up for conservative values. I think he rolls way too often to get along with the Democrats. But last night he did us proud, and he went on a 14-minute rant, just bashing the Democrats and what they've been doing with this Afghanistan mess. That the Democrats came back early to hash out this stimulus bill, but then the Afghanistan thing started, and really that should be taking priority. They should be doing everything they can to stop everything else and just focus on getting our American citizens out of there, the Afghanistans that have helped us, sticking with our allies and making sure that all their people are out safely. But no, after 90 minutes of debate, Democrats shut it down, didn't get anything accomplished because it was way too important for them. They had to go back and talk about this $5 trillion stimulus. It was, like a $1.1 trillion stimulus infrastructure bill. Infrastructure, that's what they're calling it. But then there's also a 3.5 infrastructure bill of some sort, and now Pelosi is like, well, we're not going to do the one without the other. And so they spent yesterday trying to get everybody on board, and so Kevin McCarthy was just ranting about that and also an election bill to forbid voter ID. 88% of Americans are in favor of voter ID laws, and the Democrats thought that now would be the time to make sure that gets passed. Well, we've got Americans in harm's way in Afghanistan. That's what Pelosi's focused on. But anyhow, I really appreciate that Kevin McCarthy spent 14 minutes just completely lambasting them. But, my joy at knowing that hopefully the Democrats are going to pay a huge price for this next November is really tempered by the danger that our people are in over there. And so we please keep them in your prayers. Our allies, the Christians that have been converted from Islam, their lives are in danger. It's just terrible. So please keep praying for them. Also consider supporting Glenn Beck's Nazarene Fund. Whatever you may think of Glenn Beck, his heart is definitely in the right place, and this is an organization that's definitely worthy of support. They have already rescued 1,600 Afghan Christians, because that's what their focus is to help out the Christians. This program was developed back in 2015 when Obama was taking refugees out of Muslim areas, and they were all Muslim refugees. He wasn't giving any attention at all to the Christian in the Middle East, and those are the folks that are in real danger out there. So anyhow, 1,600 people have already been saved. Over $20 million have already been raised. I will include the link down below, along with the link to Kevin McCarthy's rant against the Democrats. Please contact your representatives. Let them know what you think about all of this, especially if you've got a moderate Dem. Their job, they need to know is going to be on the line, hopefully in November, and just continue to pray, because God wants to bless us so much. We just need to humble ourselves, and we need to turn to Him. We need to include Him back in our public life as well as our private life. So just pray. Click like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think. And God bless America, and I will see you next time. Bye.